Good afternoon. Welcome to REI Nation's Facebook Live conversation this afternoon. Glad you could join us. Got an interesting topic we're going to talk about today. I put it out a little while ago, and so REI Nation, we'll talk a little bit about some comment that we had on the forum here about a week ago. But first, let me ask you to join us in liking or loving the conversation we're having this afternoon. It sends more people to our group, of course, as everybody knows. And fire away on the questions this afternoon. I'll be answering a few of those. And let me get into it. So about a week ago, I have a screenshot of it here. I'll put up here. About a week ago, one of our investors, Michael Dumala, here's a copy of the screenshot that he put up on. You guys, any of you looking, can find it in there in the comments. So I'll read it to you. So I bought my first property in March of this year, and everything went very, very smoothly. Talking about REI Nation, I've had no issues so far, and was impressed with the level of rehab that was performed. Can't wait to buy my next one. I feel like buying houses and rentals is a tricky business, and this company is like the Publix of turnkey, where everything else is like a Walmart. So take that however you want to take it, but we take it as an extreme compliment. And I'll tell you why it resonates with me so well is because of our background, and some of you may or may not be aware. Some of you that have followed us for years will know that our background back many years ago was in the grocery business, and that's where I first started in Dallas with a chain called Minyard Food Stores back in the 70s, and we're there through a little part of the 80s. So, but the customer service side of our business that we are so embedded with comes from the roots that we had in the grocery business. And the company that the gentleman was talking about, Michael was talking about, Publix, is out of Lakeland, Florida, and is probably in 7, 8, 9 states across the Southeast. Probably, arguably, maybe the best supermarket run chain in the country. I know people down in Dallas and Texas and San Antonio certainly would argue that with H-E-B. I know I've shopped in H-E-B down in South Lake, Texas many, many times, and it is an amazing supermarket chain also. But Publix is probably more old school than anything else. And I say that in the most respectable way, that there's stores in the ones that I'm in, and I frequently visit one when I'm in Florida in the Panhandle, and I frequently visit it. By that I mean every day. Literally every day that I go to this store in the morning just to watch some of the things that they're doing so that we can, again, better learn for REI Nation on how we can even do better than what we do. And when you go into a store today and you see little things of details that they do, and I'll get to details in a few minutes, but of things that they do, and the minute you pull into the parking lot, you recognize the fine details that they do, from the little details like employee parking or staff parking on where they park, and on when most of the people get out of their cars and as they're walking across the parking lot to the stores already have their uniform on, or their apron, or whatever they are supposed to have on, the name badge and everything. So this kind of discipline and training comes in companies that pay attention to a lot of detail. And then even today, and I know today in the COVID, as you walk in this store, that they have everything that you need there, from the mask and the person there cleaning the carts to the carts being re-cleaned as they come back in. But the big thing that they've always done and still do to today is that from the stores being super clean and well organized and very attentive with people always on duty to help you, and people that will always up and down the aisles ask you if they can be of any assistance to you. And then when you do check out, there's always somebody there to, if you so desire, will take the groceries to your car for you and return with the basket, which in today just never happens. Today you're lucky if you probably have to bag your own groceries in most supermarkets today. And so the comparison to us with Publix hit a chord with me because first off, I again want to thank Michael Dumala for the comment, and he lives in Florida, so he's obviously very familiar with Publix on the type of operation they run consistently day in and day out with magnificent stores. And these are not gigantic 80,000 square foot stores. These are 45 to 50,000 square foot stores that have everything that you need in there on a day-to-day basis with the utmost consideration for freshness, quality, value, and service. And those are the things that we try to parlay for our owners here at REI Nation. And the detail that they adhere to is one of the things that I try to look at and watch all the time. And I've even come back and talked to my kids, Chris and Brett, and other family members about what I see there and the high level. And from time to time, I've even taken some pictures and sent them examples of things that you don't see other companies doing. And only because it comes back to caring, it comes back to training, and again, it comes back to the details. And I often talk to our team about, we know that and I talked a little bit about this yesterday, we know that our approval rating is probably in the 95 to 97% percentile, I would guess. I would hope. We do a lot of things right, but we're not perfect, and we have things that we can always do to improve. And we're always working on it every single day. And I'm sure a company like Publix and H-E-B are doing that every day. Companies at that level are always trying to figure out how to get better. And they're not resting on their laurels. They want to figure out how to get better. And the same thing with us. We always want to try to figure out how to provide a better experience for our investors, for our people that work for us, for our staff, for our residents. So we're always working to try to figure out how to do that and do it better. And that's what this is all about. This is this little short live conversation today is about how we can do things better and how details matter. One of the things that we have up, and it's even right here in this conference room where I'm doing this call from, is this sign right here. And learn the necessity of details. And this is a sign that is in our offices, and talked about our executive team. We actually have these little place cards that sit around our office. Details matter, REI Nation. And these are sitting in various offices, various desks, various conference rooms, because in our business, to deliver the experience that we want to deliver for our clients, which is over 2,000, of which 360 of those are in our WOW group, which own 5 or more properties. Every detail matters, and trying to improve upon that experience and making it better than any of our competition does. So to be compared to Publix out there, that is one of the top chains in the country, and there are other ones besides them. I'm sure there's some in the northeast and out west, but I happen to be familiar with Publix, and I happen to be familiar with H-E-B. There's a couple up in the northeast. I can't even recall their name right now, but they're out there. There's some really, really good ones out there. So when we talk about details and we talk about the things that maybe other people don't look at, and there's tons of it that we can get into talking about things that we do in property management that maybe other people don't do. There's things that we do about hiring that maybe other people don't do. There are things about our day-to-day operation that other people don't do. And whether it's renovations or renting a house or renovations or buying a house or selling the house or managing in Premier. And I'm going to do another live conversation probably next week and just talk about Premier and the importance of selecting your property management company and things to look for. But in talking about details And again, it's one of the things that we harp on and pound on every single day to figure out how we can do it better. Because I don't want to hear, and we hear every day about the thing, and we can see it on you can look on the comments even on this thread right here where this comment was put up, that we got a lot of really good comments, and we're very thankful for that, and very proud of it. And our people, all of us at REI Nation, are very appreciative of it. But we can do better, and we can be better than what we are today. So we're always pushing the needle and trying to get it to the next level on how we can do that, and what are the things that we do, what are the things that we need to do. So we sit down a lot of times with our executive team, and from time to time I'll bring in other people in our company just to talk about how we can do things better in each department. What details maybe are we missing? How often does things happen that maybe that we missed, that we can come back and try to do better? We know we bring a lot of value to our clients, whether it's through our customer service department or through our portfolio advisors or through a premier property management. We know we bring a lot of value. But again, good companies like HEB, like Publix, and I'm sure Walmart tries, but when you just get so big like they are, with all the stores, it's more difficult to run a really tight operation. I'm sure that their intent is to be super tight and to always get better. But a company like ours that's growing with 6,000 houses on the way to 10,000, we always want to make sure that we're watching every detail, every day, all day, and that nothing gets pushed aside. Because that's the difference in really, really good companies and average companies. And average is not something that we want to be ever a part of. And we want to be the model that's out there that everybody aspires to be, and hopefully we're doing that. And if not, then we have to continue to work on how we can get better. But a Publix supermarket, as I mentioned, in the South and the Southeast, and a lot of our listeners on here will know who Publix are. I'm sure that every store that they have is not perfect, but the ones that I've been in over the years, specifically down in the Panhandle of Florida, are superbly ran, immaculately clean, tremendous service, always stocked to the fullest every day. Even during the COVID, they managed to do that, and they were very, very organized during all the things, just the details that they take care of. And from the layout of the store to the operation to the people to the training to the people that are talking to you up and down the aisles, and hopefully our team is doing this type of model every single day. So let me look on here and see if I had any questions. A couple people talking about details do matter, oftentimes more than most, and I agree with all of that. It's just you're going to get out of this what you put into it. But I'll bring it back to this sign right here as I kind of wrap up after 10 or 15 minutes here. And again, this is I took a screenshot of this. It's up on the wall in here, and it comes back to companies that recognize the necessity of the details and the necessity of the 3%. That what's the 3% that we're missing that we can do better? Because we know 97% of the things that we do is probably pretty good. If not, I don't think we would have lasted this long. But again, we can always figure out how to try to get better, do things better than anybody else is doing, and continue to improve upon our operation, again, on the value that we bring to our clients, how we treat our residents, what we do with our vendors. And so I just wanted to come on for a few minutes today and talk about the connection with HEB and Publix and why the experience matters. When you have a company like ours that has a lot of years of experience in the real estate business, a lot of years of experience in renovations, probably renovated as close to 7,000 houses, all the detail that goes in with that. So experience matters a lot. And you see that, again, with a company like Publix or a company like HEB. So, again, many thanks to all the people that view this. Our live videos are doing great every day, or the days that we do them. Chris is doing it a couple times a week. I'm doing one or two a week. We've got a lot of people looking at them. We just went over 1,200 people in the group just yesterday, I think. The group continues to grow as people that are in it invite other people and bring other people into the group. And so it's a good place to learn. We love the comments that you guys put up, and the ones that we put up are getting 400 or 500 views right now a week, which is great. And we continue to grow, and we're here to hopefully bring some good content for our listeners. And we have a lot of investors on here. We have a lot of investors that are considering investing with us, and we have a lot of I think we have probably some entrepreneurs on here, maybe learning a little bit about some of the things that we do to excel, and some of the lessons that we've learned over the years on what we need to do to get better. So with that, I'll jump off of here and say thank you very much for being on this afternoon. Leave us a message, or if you approve of what we're doing, or if you don't, that's okay too. And like it there if you don't mind, or love it if you don't mind. And we'll see you on the next event. And have a nice day, and thank you for joining us today.